Hey, how's it going, mangakas? I'm back with another video reviewing the entertainment district arc of Demon Slayer Kimetsu no Yaiba's manga. I finally completed all the arcs that I've already seen in anime form. So now, after this is going to be a whole new territory for me. This is going to be a whole new territory for me. And I can't wait to check out the Swordsman's Village arc. Because we do not know when the anime version is coming out yet. So I want to get through the entire manga before the next season comes out. And I'm curious to see how the anime would do it. And don't worry, I will be doing my last review on the original Yu-Gi-Oh manga soon. I promise. I also plan to do review Jujutsu Kaisen's manga. All kinds of mangas I plan to review. Can continue reading One Piece manga, do JoJo, all that stuff. So anyway, without further ado, let's get started the review. So, yeah. Yeah, the anime actually has some original scene. So the chapter was set 4 months later after Rengoku's death in the Mugen Train arc, which I reviewed yesterday. By the way, Mugen is Japanese for infinity, and manga calls it the Infinity Train. Okay, I can see why they actually changed it. I can see why the anime decided to keep it as Mugen, because there's already a Western show called Infinity Train, a cartoon, which is very good, by the way. I've seen all the series parts that are available. I have come out. By Thanks to Sky Kids. They're good. So go check them out if you haven't. Anyway, so I can see why they kept it. Why the anime decided to keep it as Mugen. Makes sense. It kind of makes sense. And well, we're lucky the creator didn't sue them. I mean, it's understandable. Mugen is Japanese for infinity, so basically it is the same thing, just separate things. So people won't get. But they keep it as Mugen, so people won't get confused with the Cartoon Network series Infinity Train. Again, if you do not watch all the entirety of Infinity Train, I highly recommend it. Anyway, time to get a training. The wounds seem to have healed. The injuries from the last battle seem to have healed. And Tanjiro's just got back on a mission. Now, the mission we see in the anime is totally original. It's an anime exclusive, just like the first episode of the Mugen Train arc. Like Goku episode's original, because not only in manga, I said how when Goku got some tasty bento boxes. Oh, delicious. Anyway. As I said, the Mel mission is original for the anime. Part of the first episode. On the Mugen Train arc just ends with characters where we don't see what happens to the characters after since the anime ends with Gan still Molim and Goku. On the manga, this arc still continues on with the scene which was adapted into the first episode. That's interesting. Maybe that's the reason why they extended the episode. Get some of these small plot elements out of the way in the manga, so they get to the entertainment district. Anyway, Tanjiro's back when he hears him screaming, and he's learned that Sam Hashira Tengen Uzui, who by the way has just become one of the second best Hashiras ever, because he got to know him better as well. He has Aoi. He's calling Aoi with him, saying he needs a demon. He needs someone who works with a corpse, who has a corpse uniform to come. Now, all the girls jump in, including Kanai. It's quite a funny moment. Tanjiro wonders who attacked first. And one of the small girls said, "Help! Kidnap her!" Makes Tanjiro angry. He tries to headbutt Uzui, but Uzui is a skill ninja. No, I think the shot that's gonna come up is much how it's way good in the anime. Maybe because I don't understand this beauty of manga. I'm not saying it's bad. I'm just saying I don't understand it. That's all. I'm sure a lot of you understand it more. So I have nothing against that. It's just me. Because I grew up anime my life, so I not can't understand manga better. So I can't exactly understand manga properly. Anyway. And Uzui says that he needs someone to come with him. So Tanjiro decides to volunteer. In the anime, he says in the anime, Tanjiro says, we'll go. And Uzui wonders who's we. Because that's what I was in the anime. Right. Just when Tanjiro says he'll go, Uzui sets it just easily. And then Inosuke and Zenitsu show up. We'll also go in as volunteer to go. Again, I like how the anime does it, in my opinion, because it's a brilliant shot. It's done brilliant. I like that shot. Well used of animation. So give it a thumbs up there. And reading this arc makes me kind of starts to make me tear up a bit. Because how, just like how it redeems some bad demons, makes us sympathize to who they used to be. Makes you want to kick Kibutsuji's ass. I hope they do a single series one day, set in modern day Japan, where Tanjiro's descendants, you know, Tanjiro and Zenitsu's descendants, most likely Zenitsu will probably end up with this girl, with like everyone. Where new race of demons have shown up, someone with Kibutsuji's blood managed to recreate. So now they must stop demons from infiltrating modern Japan. Actually, I think it's not a bad idea. I think I will create my own version. I'm gonna create my own characters. Yeah, I think that's a good idea. Right. So anyway, Tanjiro asks where they. I think it's Nisu and Tanjiro. One of them asks where they're going. Usually tells them to head to the entertainment district. That's his place ever. So they arrive at Austin Mansion. Lucy explains the whole situation. He has 3 wives. I'm trying to keep it just, not mention any of the funny moments. Because I'm trying to cut back so it's easier to, timing and stuff to easily get through, okay? So, sorry I can't go through that review. We're expecting that. I'm going to say, I have no clue if I said that right. Anyway. Anyway. So, yeah. There's a demon looking around in the entertainment district somewhere. He's usually trying to gather information as a customer, but that didn't work. Couldn't gather much. So, he sent this three boys in there who are shinobi, female ninjas. Oh, female ninjas, Yeah, Uzui's a ninja. So later the ninjas had saw what ninjas died off. So that means in the Demon Slayer universe they existed. Hmm. Anyway. So they're planning to get into the shark. So Uzui's gonna help those three gather information, disguise them as girls. Not just selling them off easily. Goes for Inosuke. Without the makeup, with crazy, stupid makeup. Inosuke's more feminine. Yeah, don't forget, he has a feminine appearance. He's got a muscle bound body. His face is more girly. I think. If his body was more slimmer, he'll probably be mistaken for a woman. That'd be interesting. Anyway, so yeah. Dajo helps out around the house. Inosuke is trying his best to gather information as well. Discovers that one of the girls, Maki, is there. I'm really not good at remembering their names. Anyway, Sneeze while trying to listen up from. Alright, the end just made an appearance in the last arc when all the Hashira are notified by Rengoku's death. See, Uzui is specifically in that district. In the anime, when this arc was announced, I was wondering how it was going to be. I thought those guys were originally going to be enemies, you know? Like serpents or something. Demon Souls. Yeah. Anyway, no one acknowledges this, but one of Uzui's wives looks a bit like a Inosuke. The hair style and the way the hair is designed, makes it similar to a Inosuke's. Has a, well, she does look a bit like a female Inosuke, more kind and gentle, but if Inosuke was kind and gentle. Anyway. Sneasel hears a girl crying, as was one. Then he wants it to one of the workers there. Ooh, I've been calling Darky because, well, you may recognize her. So Sneasel me suspects that she's a demon because the way she appeared and stuff. After the girl tried to explain everything, she put on ear, scope down on her, hurting her. That pisses Sneasel off. They'll unhand the girl. That pisses Darky off and she walks him back. I think she was Otohime. I can't remember exactly. Anyway, she still suspects that Zenitsu might be a demon slayer, but she keeps saying she because she thinks still. I don't know how those guys works. If Uzi was better at makeup, the characters may look much better as look female. You know, give them bare makeup that makes you look good, convincing. Anyway, this is seen in the anime, but the manga does not show any shot of it. Anyway, because Zenitsu wakes up in bed. The girl thanks him and leaves. Lucky immediately makes a move and captures Zenitsu. That's part of a post-credit scene, by the way. Clever. The manga doesn't show it. I think it's more tense when we see Zenitsu being grabbed. Okay. Next, Inosuke, away from discovering where the demon's probably hiding, traces her but loses it. The next day, Inosuke literally tells him that he saw the demon yesterday while they're waiting for Zenitsu. Uzu shows up saying that Zenitsu won't show up. He's been probably dead or captured. So I was in the Go-Bone. Don't you wonder because they're lower rank? But Inosuke tells him that their rank went up. Spicy Inosuke paying attention to that. It's interesting. I don't know if Zenitsu knew that. Probably didn't because he was being cowardly. You know, probably thinking, I'm gonna die. I'm gonna die. I'm gonna die. That. Spicy Inosuke is the one who pay attention. That's kind of funny when you think about it. Inosuke is the most brute and impulsive one of the group. No, I think Inosuke does consider that, even though he doesn't admit, I think he does consider them his friends. Anyway, Sanjo tells Inosuke to wait for him at the mansion. Before he leaves that night, he tells the truth to the host of this house, to be the host of this house. But she only knew he was a good boy. It was funny. By the way, Henchman District Arc anime is being dubbed, so I plan on checking that out when it's completed. I'm curious to see the dub voices of most of the characters. Because remember, it was only in Japanese a couple months ago. Yeah, the arc was released back in the start. It came out in December of 2021. It didn't come out until early 2022. That ended. Sometime in March or January, February, I think. Ah, man. Gotta look that up later. Anyway. Hey, before Tanjiro leaves, he hears something. Sees that. We see how dangerous Ducky is. Ducky's able to control the fabric belts on her body. When Tanjiro sees her, he ends up battling her. She's strong and fast. In the process, the strap on the box fell off, broke, so Tanjiro couldn't carry her and carry Nezuko and fight. So he had to put her down. Ends up rain. But it seemed what Ducky did to one of the people just in just a second pisses him off. And uses the Hinokami Kamikura in multiple times. Flashback is that when he says that when he has the people, he's able to do the thing properly. And it seems like he nearly manages to cut Ducky's head off, but remember what his siblings said, remember to breathe. Tanjiro classes the ground, breathing very heavily. Ducky tries to take revenge before she can do anything though. Nezuko comes back and injures her. Cuts half her face off. Like there. Like what happened to Yushiro in a few arcs ago. That was close. Hey. So Nezuko's up fighting Ducky. When during the fight, Nezuko gains some type of new power with her rage. A stronger demon form. They even gave her a chest. Basically, the body is aged up a bit for that power, and it must take a lot of her energy to consume. So she needs to rest for quite a while in her small form. And about Nezuko seems very dangerous that form. And then Nezuko sees a human bleeding, and comes to the temptation. Tanjiro stops her though. Wonder what doesn't want to do. It usually shows up. Basically, there's no time for it. Basically tells him to sing her a lullaby or something. Well, also, you managed to cut off Ducky's head in a second. Like, we don't even see it, but it's literally just in just one sec. But we didn't even see his blade touch her. That's how fast he was. Fast as sound. You don't speed of sound. Not as fast as Sonic, though. No. He's not that fast. Most really good stealth skills with strong sorcerership. Anyway. Tanjiro managed to calm Nezuko down by singing a lullaby that his mother said to her boy's son. Meanwhile, Usui says Ducky is weak and still confused why she's not dead. Then, another demon shows up inside of her, what she calls him. Help me, Gyutaro. I remember his name now, Gyutaro. Gyutaro's her brother, it's also upper rank 6. How is that possible? Usui ends up dying. He's strong and fast. Losing him a tough time. Yeah. Oh, by the way, forgot to mention earlier. Inisu and Inosuke and Usui managed to free Usui's wives. That's why Usui's here now. Forgot to mention that part. Sorry. I mentioned funny moments the anime had. Some similar moments here. So, when we hear this one, let's go go watch my reviews on the Anti District arc. It was a weekly review, so. Oh, pardon me. Yotaro strong. So so with help from Tanjiro, Nosuke, and Zenitsu, they bow. Zenitsu and Nosuke, by the way, Zenitsu's asleep. Zenitsu and Nosuke takes care of Daki while Uzui and Tanjiro take care of Gyutaro. But to mention, we actually know. I guess I guess when Goku's dad's starting to change because he, as I said, he last time he appeared in this. He does make a brief appearance in this arc. Because doing it was a small flash memory when Tanjiro receiving a letter from him, basically apologizing for what happened and how much of a jerk he's become since his wife passed away, and he's just proud of his son. And he definitely wants to change to how he's. I think he does want to make up for what he's done. Just burning himself and drinking, That's what made him change. Alcoholism, being abusive. But Rengoku's never hated him. That's really kindness. So yeah, they can't. So yeah, interesting enough. The Tanjiro both Tanjiro and Uzui just they get about cutting both their heads off. Easy beat them because if they cut one of their heads off, they could just easily regenerate it quickly. So they need to take out both because Gyutaro's the link. So they fight. Seems like in about Inosuke gets stabbed at the Kandaki set off. Uzui's been poisoned earlier. I'm skipping most of the fight because it's a long fight. Uzui is poisoned and he's got one of his arms cut off. So Zenitsu pushes Tanjiro out of the way to save him. Can Zenitsu stay asleep forever? Because damn, he's more braver when he's asleep. More of a hero. Again, it's as I mentioned back, it's most likely a separate personality when he's asleep. Small multiple personality disorder in a way. Zenitsu really wanted to be strong and courageous to make his teacher proud. So he subconsciously developed another personality while he's asleep. Maybe one day Zenitsu may manage to use the power of what he get from when he sleeps, when he's awake. I just hope one day he gets to use his sleep breathing when he's awake. I nickname it sleep breathing, by the way, as a joke. It's funny and it's cool. It's a nice little joke I came up with. Sleep breathing. So if you want, you could call it sleep breathing every time Zenitsu's asleep. Because it's a little silly, but I just came up with it for fun. Oh yeah, Tajo's injured. Yeah. Gyutaro making fun of him, also just him coming while breaking two of his fingers. But Tanjiro never gave up. He headbutted Gyutaro. Earlier on during the fight, one of Uzui's wives shot special kunai knives, and with wisteria in them. So made Gyutaro's body numb. And well, during the headbutt, Tanjiro's placed one in him, causing the damage to be more greater. And with the timing, Tanjiro tries to cut off his head. While Zenitsu and Inosuke bow out Daki, but then using big techniques with Uzui's help as well. They managed to beat them both. It's a brilliant moment. Zenitsu releases a new a technique we never seen before. Thunder breathing. First ball. Godspeed. Yeah, something like that. Because it's kind of like when Tanjiro uses the Hinokami Kagura. He cannot use that technique for long. Where Tanjiro has effect on Tanjiro, makes Tanjiro immobilized for a bit. The technique makes Zenitsu's legs all numb for a while. Anyway, one final attempt to kill him. Gyutaro releases a final attack, but no one should dodge it. Um, sorry, let's give some details as well. Not good at them. Anyway, see, Tanjiro wakes up when he's all bare. The poison is gone. He can move again. Well, he can't exactly move because he's immobilized using the Hinokami Kagura. And by the way, during the battle, his scar changed. The scar he got from the end of final selection battle, it changed. His patterns changed and grew a little bigger. It looks like fire. The way he realized it was sun breathing. And Goku's dad actually mentioned some of that in the letter. He's saying that he's part of the chosen one of sun breathers because of the mark. But Tanjiro said he got the mark he had before final selection. We actually know the history by that. Was actually a burn mark from an accident that happened when he was a kid, trying to protect one of his younger brothers. I think that's and well, you know about the other scar from final selection. But Tanjiro says his dad had a faint scar on his head. So yeah, that's interesting. We'll learn more about some breathing in a future arc. I don't know what that is going to be though. I can look that up later. Obviously, comes after sometime after the Swordsmith Village arc. Yeah. Let's go match to heal Uzui as well. Um, Tanjiro, let's go look at Inosuke and Zenitsu are okay now. Tanjiro goes to grab some blood. They take back the descent to Lady Tamayo, wherever she is now. Hopefully, we're gonna see her again because she's pretty likable. I don't know about this anyway. And I'll get more detail about what I think about this probably in my review of a special arc coming up in the future. Daki and Gyuto are blaming each other for what happened. But Tanjiro shuts them out, saying they don't mean that and stuff. But Daki's saying she doesn't want to die. Gyuto says how her name Umi and realizes that was her original name. They've gone so long. Both of them grew up in the entertainment district. Gyuto was born with an ugly face, and especially in a place full of where its high standards are beautiful. Come the times, of course, 20th century is harsh. Again, they make these demons sympathetic. It's because of where they were born, it's because they are. Where he was treated. If he and his sister were treated better, had good parents, had nice, grew up in a nice place, with good people, they'd be different. They wouldn't be demons. They might become demon slayers themselves. So yeah. Anyway, when Daki was small, she was beautiful. Kyuto managed to train and protect her. The two had a bond. They really cared about each other. We see that more a little bit later. And one day, Ume, I'm gonna call it Ume now, did something horrible. She used the code, stabbed it inside the eye, and stabbed the Yaiba samurai, blinding him. And when he got back, he discovered she was barely alive, burnt. Her body was burnt. She was barely alive. And he was attacked behind by the samurai. They're trying to kill him too for being such a brute and stuff. Pissed off, he kills them both. These. Proves how horrible these people are. No one will help them either. So they're both gonna die. But then a demon shows up, another upper rank. We might see him again or not. We do not know all the other upper ranks yet. We only know one upper rank besides Daki and Ume, besides Ume and Gyotaro. Yeah, they don't become a demon. Gyotaro wakes up, but this way is sees Daki in a young form. He turns around. She asks where she asks if that's the way out, but he tells her to leave her alone. You know, don't follow him. She said she was wrong about what she said earlier. She didn't mean it. She just didn't want to admit she lost. She was too. It's not because of pride. She just didn't want to admit. She didn't want herself to get blamed. You know, so but she really does care about her brother. They do care about each other. He tells her to go the other way, there to the light, but she sticks with him. It's emotional. Telling him to remember his promise to her. Let's go. To walk off to hell. It's emotional. I really find that an emotional moment. Of course, they don't. It doesn't excuse what they did, but it's because the way they grew up is what they did. It doesn't excuse it though. It's horrible. It's just horrible. That's just why Demon Slayer is so popular. It's because of how well it made these villains sympathetic. You know, each one had their own tragic backstories, which doesn't really excuse what they did, but softens your heart for them. It's truly emotional. Anyway, another one of the will show up. Um, the snake guy, I forgot his name now. Wait. I know I read it down here somewhere. I swear I did. Here we are. Shopen Hoshua. Obanai Iguro. Iguro shows up, basically bragging, saying that upper rank 6 is just weaker than the upper ranks, blah, blah. And he asks him what he's gonna do now anyway. Says now he's lost his arm. And he's gonna fill in for him part of the time. If he decides to retire. Iguro refuses to accept it, but he will take his place, All trainees are useless, but he says that the trainees there is one trainee that isn't useless. The one who needs to be the upper rank, the kid with the demon sister, surprises him. When news reaches the master dimension, he is surprised and happy, saying this is a sign they'll be coming for him. They'll be coming for Kabutsuji. The master is going watch. He's gonna be dead soon. Hey. That's where the arc ends. The arc ends with Akaza showing up in another dimension and realizing that one of the upper ranks has been killed. Anyway, next time will be the Swordsmith Village arc. So thank you guys for watching the video. Like, comment, hit that thumbs up button. Once more, subscribe to the channel and click the notification bell. You're up to date on the videos that comes out in the future. Maybe do another video on the arc tomorrow. I don't know. I plan to do more the arcs reviews as well. Otherwise, it's been a journey. So I do not plan to review Jujutsu Kaisen anime almost done this season. And before the next season 2 comes out and the serial movie gets a proper release on this home media, I'll be reading the mangas. See what it's like. So anyway, thank you guys. I'll see you all next time, because my next Demon Slayer review will be a whole new territory for me. Because these arcs after this are not yet being adapted into the anime. Most likely the anime will probably... Well, because the Swordsmith Village arc is going to be short. Because how short the chapters are. Mostly be combined with another arc appearing in the next month. So yeah, thank you guys. I'll see you all next time. Kyosuke out.